Hi everyone, it's Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. I'm here today working on some flowers at my studio. I wanted to re-up my stash for, the spring so that when I want to embellish something or make a patch or do something, make a necklace, I will have a stash to work from. So these are all of my Liberty of London fabrics. They were already cut to my adult mask size, which I was, making masks for, as we all were. We were the superheroes, the seamstress superheroes, which made me feel good in a bad situation. But I had a lot of extra cut pieces in this size. So I wanted to not let it go to waste. And I'm just here gonna make some beautiful little flowers. I've decided, of course, I went a little crazy. I had a Cricut circle making party and they fit well in this size. So that's how I ended up with all of my stacks here. You could also just use a simple template. These are 2 3/4 inches, and then I have a little button size that it ended up being 1 3/4 inches. So that's just what I did. Anything can go here at, any sizes that work in your stash. And basically I already did a few that an experimental, and I did these with interfacing, which I found was overkill. So I decided I don't need to do that. And so I went for a simple 6 petal instead of 5. And then I can make a little button, or I can leave it freeform and add it later if I want to put it on another garment or a bag. I'm going to take all these pieces, 6 pieces of each of the bigger size, and I am going to fold them directly in half and press them. I'm going to press them directly in half. And I will be back and we'll take a look and we'll make a couple. I've pressed all my fabric petals, my beautiful Liberty of London fabric petals. I have a needle, a small sharp needle is best. I have a knot that I have done, it's a triple knot so that it doesn't come through the other end. I am starting just doing a running stitch along the side of the circle, so the open raw edge side. And I'm just doing a running stitch right through, and I'm trying to catch the end because I just want it to be tidy on the back. It's not imperative, but it's nice too. So then what you want to do is you want to keep your flower petals from getting tangled. So then I'm going to continue on doing my running stitch. So you want to just pull that down. Try not to tangle it, as I said. So here is another little cute little petal of my flower. And it's good to have a small sharp needle. You don't want a large embroidery needle will be a hindrance. And then also I will say, after trying both of the interfaced petals and also ones that have not been, I'm finding it much more enjoyable to use without the interfacing. And as I said, I really don't feel that you need it. It's such a small little piece. And then I'm just going to bring it around and I'll show you. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of this tail out. Here we go. And then I'm going to just tie it in a knot. So once, and then twice. I always like to do one more for good measure. And then here you have your beautiful little flower. And I'm going to trim this side. And then I like to just go back through and just do on the back side a couple of little stitches across. It's not necessary. You can always use glue, but I like to just do a couple. I like to do a little button. So again, I've got my thread with the triple knot at the end so that it's best just to take your time so that your thread doesn't get tangled. And I'm coming around my little tiny circle to make my little button. And this is just to show how I like to make them if I want to finish them off this way. And I am just going to actually swing through the other end of this. And I'm going to put my finger in there. I found that putting your finger in is very helpful, so you don't close your little pocket. There we go. There we have that. And then I'm just going to take, I have a lot of wool. You can take a cotton ball. You can take, I just have a stash of wool, of course, among many stashes of things that we acquire. And I'm just going to tuck that in there and then pull it tight. Got a cute little button. I'm going to trim this side so I don't get myself confused. And then I'm just going to come in and tidy that up. Just give it a couple stitches. And there we have it. And then if you like, you can just simply take this, pull it right through, and get your little, I'm going to go through a couple times and create yourself your beautiful little flower. You could also use little buttons and little charms and things like that too. I did a couple more flowers. I also went and I noticed that doing my little fabric plush button center wasn't on screen, so I came back and just did that and showed you that in fast forward. Quite easy. So this is a lot of fun. I'm going to continue on and do more of these off screen, and I will add them to my stash. I really think that blending them with some solids would be fun, some jean, some scrap denim, some, of my solid cottons to make the flower petals different colors. So I'm probably not going to sew them all up, so that way I'll have another circle party with my Cricut, and I'll have a really big stash to pull from. You know, these will make wonderful little pins. You could do the pin back as I did in my other video that you can watch. You can just add a little button, all sorts of buttons, so many pretty little things, little wooden buttons. Sky's the limit. I could even see making a bouquet of a couple flowers and making that a hostess gift and bringing it to one of my friends' houses for dinner too. And then they can have it by their kitchen sink to brighten up their day. And that's what I have for you today. I'm really enjoying making all these videos for you, and I hope you're enjoying them too. I would love it if you would like and subscribe, and then you can see also where these other little petals and flowers will show up. And I will have more projects for you really soon. So until then, keep creating. Take care.